sila, very composed. Kumbaga, it's loose or it's lax versus composed.
Ayun. It's interesting kasi nagiging usually hometown buff.
Oo.
Pero parang may kaba din pala no, na ayaw mong ma-disappoint yung mga taga sa inyo. So
Yeah.
para medyo double-edged sword. And hopefully they will take it however they will in a positive light. Itong SRG. And maybe nawala na yung kaba nila from before. Nawala na yung errors. Or sabi nga ni Coach Arcadia, the discipline has been completed. Either way, back to the draft na tayo mga kaibigan para din sa best of one ng ULF at SRG.
As per usual, Osprey and the Coach Arcadia magiging leaders ng kanilang banning as of the moment. Both the Alpha and both the Alpha and Fanny ang tatanggalin dito as of the moment. So, tanggal na agad ng dalawang jungler options. And base sa nakikita natin, no, whenever teams face off against Malaysian teams, parang ang tutok nila lagi is none other than the junglers.
100%.
Right? It's always gonna be on Shibi and Sekais na madalas nating makita dito sa team na ito.
Nagiging mas madali din kasi talaga to control these players aside from the fact that they really have massive hero pools. Plus, yun yung mga signature nila. They're just making sure na hindi din talaga makapaglipad masyado itong si Kais. And 100% XP laners, gold laners might be next on the docket. Interestingly enough, tong Hilda, interesting parang hindi pa nakapaglaro masyado si Hilda today.
Isang beses
pa lang, which is interesting.
Wala eh. Alam mo kasi na yan talaga ang isa sa mga pinaka-meta heroes yan.
Panggulo sa XP, no?
I think while you're very confused with the other heroes, or confused ka with the meta in
hindi
general,
ka sure?
alam mo na ito yung
Hilda,
yung sigurado.
Si Hilda yung the constant.
Ito yung isang tiyak sa 1,000 duda.
Tama.
Diba? Yan ang Hilda. Matik talaga yan. Tapos tinan mo.
Uy, Ivan, bro!
Respect kay Stormy. Tingnan natin kung re-respetuhin pa pabalik itong si Rosa. Kasi, yun nga, pwede rin kasi gabitin sana yun ni Rosa. Pero they're kind of like worried for it to be utilized in the first 2 picks ng SRG. So, they don't want to risk it. Yeah, that's gotta be the case here.
And Aurora is actually a really good hero for Rosa as well. So, baby, pag-iisipan nila Coach Arcadia na i-ban out yun. Basically, as long as buhay si Rosa, ang hirap kasi talagang totally push out ng ULF. I think Zushin is gonna be the one.
Okay. So there are a lot of possible heroes open here. Of course, you have the Gatot Katsa and then the Hylos. Depende kung anong gusto mo dyan. You even have the Bruno as well. So, ang sitwasyon dito para sa Ulfidnar is that would you like to pick up the Bruno kaagad? Pero tingnan mo, meron pala dito ang fun fact para kay Sunshine. Sabi niya na gusto naming makaharap ang Fnatic Onyx Philippines at Aurora kasi meron silang napakagandang performance and yung playstyle din nila interesting din. Gusto namin silang maalaban sa isang friendly match at gusto naming patunayan na kami ang mas magaling.
Aba.
We like it. We like the confidence, di ba? Na
very, media trained the joke.
Tsaka
parang friendly match lang, friendly game. Ayaw talaga nilang
Ito na naman, si Coach Osravecki naman. Ano sabi niya?
Wow, look at that. We threw away a game-ending lead today. And hindi daw sila yon. Ang focus na lang daw nila ngayon next match. So, totally admitted sila na parang sobrang kayang-kaya nilang tapusin yun.
Oo. Na medyo bumad-beat sila.
Oo,
hindi pala medyo, bumad-beats talaga.
Sagad. Oo. And now, back to the basics daw sila.
Back to the basics sila. I like it. Coming in from the new Straight Times. Ayan na. Siyempre, kung yung Hylos kabila, ito yung sinasabi ko sa'yo, Rakart, na hindi mo pwedeng pagsamahin yung Hylos tsaka yung Bruno. Kailangan lagi silang magkasama. Tapos yung Cho is gonna be the answer as well ni Coach Arcadia. We know how Yums tends to use that hero very well. Mas mataas yung tendency for SRG to put the Cho on Yums kesa si Kram yung gumamit. Kasi
100%.
Kram has like a tendency of using heroes like the Gatot Katsa na pwede rin i-pick up ng Ulfidnar. Although it will already expose yung kanilang XP and roam rotation.
That's right. And I wonder if they're gonna go for mid here, pero looks like jungle muna. May prior nila dito. And sa Harit, aba!
Tagal natin di nakakita
Welcome
ng
back,
Harit,
baby
pare.
boy!
Tagal natin di nakakita
Oo
ng
nga
Harit.
ang ating bunso na si Harit. Ang bunso isa sa mga bunso ng Land of Dawn.
Tapos Hayabusa din ang ipipick up dito ng Ulfidnar para kay TNZ. So,
Classic nung picks nila, no?
yeah, very standard. Parang nothing too extraordinary. Parang ano naman siya. Ito yung ilan sa mga ine-expect talaga natin na pickups. Meanwhile, for SRG, I'm thinking more of like a mid laner para makuha na nila kagad yung momentum nila. Maybe a hero for Stormy here.
Aurora Valentina.
Yeah, Aurora Valentina, the Vexana would still be there as well. Tapos ipitin na lang talaga nila ng sagad itong si Rosa to force a hero that he hasn't really used as much. We start to hear a mid laner, but there it is. A Louis, quick pick up para dito sa MSC 2024 Champions.
Itong SRG, nagiging familiar yung lineup, Nagiging, parang may,
Parang may something,
parang may something dito na parang may konting lasang,
lasang kahapon,
lasang kahapon. Yung mga pandurog na lineup.
Lasang
And I like what I'm
kahapon yan,
seeing. Actually, literal na kahapon, no? Oo nga, no? Pero,
kahapon yan, Min. Sabi ko sa'yo, legit.
ito kaya yung same order?
Hindi ko
Nung
alam.
pick?
Hindi ko alam.
I-rewind ko nga.
Sige, pwede mo i-research.
I-rewind ko nga, wait lang.
Pwede mo i-research. Wala tayong problema dyan.
Let's
Pero,
see.
in case, guys, na hindi kayo or hindi nyo nagigets, yung tatlong heroes na nakikita nyo currently ang ginamit ng Fnatic Onyx Philippines kahapon. So, it seems to be working so much and very okay din siya para sa lineup ng SRG kasi these guys are known to be very aggressive players.
Oo.
'Di ba? Kung kinulang sila sa disiplina kahapon, then maybe they could have some sort of controlled aggression because either way, it would still be able to work with this kind of lineup in the mix.
Yeah, this kind of lineup actually will need a lot. It has a lot of flexibility. That's also a reason kung bakit talagang feeling ko it's worthy. It's worthy to kind of get replicated again. Pero ang bans dito ngayon is going to be that lane, which is very interesting. I guess they're digging into the Sekai's pool na.
Oo.
Hindi naman sila masyadong dun sa kahapon. More on saan ba sanay si Sekai's?
'Di ba? Hindi ba natin alam kung ano magiging ganap dito? Baka nga batuhin sila ng curveball dito ng SRG
Ayun
at
nga
Bane sila or, choose or pick up something else. Pero may Nolan pa rin naman na available for Sekai's disposal kasi yun yung isa sa mga heroes that could go very well against the Hayabusa. We're about to figure out kung tatanggalin ba yun ng kupunan ng Ulfidnar kasi andyan pa yung Nolan, andyan pa yung other heroes as well. Maybe the Julian would be effective as well kung sisilipin din natin. Pero CC, yung tinanggal dito ni Coach Arcadia, maybe he's looking at something tanky in the EXP lane na ibibigay niya na talaga yung show dito kay Yums. So, yeah, that might be the idea that they're going for here.
Tapos nag-glue, no?
Oo, bigla nag-glue.
Sabay glue. Honestly, hindi naman replicate completely yung pick kahapon because they actually went for a Suyo, which is banned out already. So, kailangan lang palitan yun ngayon. Khalid with the ban, and I think at this point, okay lang sa akin yung glue, sa totoo. Medyo, maganda yung glue. We've seen it work very well against the Hylos, di ba? Number one. Number two, hindi basta-bastang mapipick off yon ni TNZ sa Hayabusa na to. Kasi split-split lang. And it's honestly a really good frontline para sa XP lane. So, alam mo sa SRG, they have a bit of free reign na mag-ganon na lang eh.
Saka parang pang-gangsteran kasi yung lineup ng Ulfidnar ngayon. A lot of those heroes, specifically the Hayabusa and the Hylos, are both for the early game. Pero ito na, pick up quickly ng Phovius. They want to pick up something here na medyo makulit para at least could go up very well against very agile heroes as well. Coming in from Ulfidnar, which are the Hayabusa, pati na rin yung Harith. So with that being said, again, Gatot-Kacha still open if Ulfidnar would like to pick it up kasi kahit paano determined mo naman yung magiging sitwasyon dito para sa SRG Kasi Phobius will go obviously into the XP lane. Cho goes to roam. So kung ikaw dito, you could have a plan here which is to beef up yung iyong XP and roam chances. So I'm still wondering kung ano magiging sitwasyon dito para sa Ulfednar, and we are still yet to figure out as well kung ano ba ang magiging pick up dito ni Rosa. But yes! There you go!
Lilipad-lipad.
Lilipad-lipad, and it's been a while since we saw Farsa. Pero I think nakita tayo ng Farsa sa wildcard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nakita tayo ng Farsa sa wildcard, which was also used by Rosa during that time.
Yeah.
Tapos idagdag mo na rin yung tag reel ni Apex 47 na nag-miss lang highlight reel during the wildcard too.
True. Para naman dito, I think last pick, possibly Nolan. Something very similar to Nolan could function here. Ewan ko pag-Fred rin pa sila, pero you really want someone still of us. Kailangan mo ng damage, hindi pwedeng si Bruno lang yung damage talaga. So, lang eh.
Kailangan merong
kailangan mo ng damage
dito. Yeah, I really see the
Frederick pa rin. Wow, okay. I like the lineup. I want a 4 protect 1, pero nakita natin yung nangyari kanina sa 4 protect 1, di ba? Medyo kinulang talaga ng damage. I hope it works out differently here. Pero looks like that's gonna be the case. SRG, ang pangalawang team sa M6 na mag-pick up ng isang Frederick jungle.
We've seen it from BTK a while ago, and you know, to be fair, gumana naman ang Fredrin para sa side ng BTK, pero going up against the composition na meron ang side ng SRG. As you see the fans right over there, it's somewhat of a really good engage tactic ang meron dito ang Ulfednar. Meron silang pang-abot sa bandang likuran just by, you know, grabbing the Ugi Shadow kill through the Hayabusa na gagamitin ni TNC dito. But then, if you take a look at the lineup na meron ang SRG, meron din silang pang-abot sa likod. So knowing that most of the scenarios are gonna be Ulfednar trying to fight from a distance, with the diversion, kayang-kaya nilang hanapin kung saan ba nanggagaling itong si Rosa.
Right. And again, there's also a reason kung bakit talagang na shadow na nabig itong Farsan to. I think we might see it here later. Pero 100%, they will have damage galore. Grabe yung combo na pwede lang gawin with the Tigreal with Rosa. Pero sobrang gandang sync dapat ni Apex tsaka ni Rosa dito. And not to mention, syempre, kailangan si TNZ present para ma-finish off yung mga target nila. For the meantime, farm to the max tong lineup dito ng Ulfednar aside from their mid-trio.
Again, both of these teams currently at 0-2. And in addition, or 0-1 pa lang pala. 0-1 pa lang. Ayaw mo na mapunta doon sa 0-2 as we speak. Pero ayun na. Nagsimula na itong si TNZ. Nakuhanan ng purple objective itong si Sikais. So that is already a start para sa Ulfednar.
And I think that is exactly where you want to be. Slow down yung Fredrin. I-take advantage mo na Assassins right now just really have a big advantage. First blood! TNZ! Hayabusa going crazy.
Nagsimula kaagad itong Ulfednar. Kumbaga ano yun eh, first beat yun eh.
Oo.
Bago mag-base drop, inumpisahan na nila eh. Laging, oh my goodness. Ulfednar. Somewhat already meaning business kahit sa unang minuto pa lang ng ating laban. And Rosa, very aware na doon manggagaling si Yum. So, you know, he's just making sure that he's gonna go out.
Yeah, make sure you also just land your skills kung ikaw si Rosa dito. And now, sayawan na tayo para sa unang turtle ng laro na to. I would say na maganda pwesto ng Ulf ngayon, especially because of that first blood. Pero hindi pa rin total yung pipigilan itong silang Red Giants dito. Don't forget, sila ang team na may Bruno sa matchup na to.
Oo, pero wala pa masyadong activity na nangyayari dun sa Bruno.
So as long as wag lang sila as long as they can be chill, okay lang na lumamang konti yung Ulfednar. Yeah. Basta wag magulo yung farm ng Bruno.
Tsaka kailangan din maging careful ni Sunshine kasi anytime pwede mag-diversion papunta doon itong SRG. Pero ito na naman, Alien using that glorious pathway. Hiwa-hiwalay ang laban natin ngayon. Cram already utilizing that Infernal Pursuit. Buwababa naman ang HP ng ating Turtle. And it is gonna be Rosa getting it para sa kupunan ng Ulfidnar. May laban na naman na mangyayari. It's gonna be another one. Getting and biting the dust. That time it was gonna be Stormy. Pero si Kram, andito pa rin at lumalaban. May tulak na mangyayari and Alien stays alive. Kram goes down. And now Ulfidnar is leading by 2.5k.
Grabe Hans, nagwawala ngayon ang Ulfidnar. Lahat ng lane halos kontrolado nila, pati si Guys mababawi pa.
Ay!
And there you go. That's Alien for si Guys. That is a worthy trade. Any time of the day, nakuha ngayon sila ng control sa mapa. Maaga pa lang.
Oh, wow, TNZ already 3-0-0. Tapos si Alien really doing a good job in keeping things in scale. Pero doon naman si Yums at siya ay hindi na makakawala talaga. May bonus damage pa na ilalatag si TNZ kontra sa mid laner ng Selangor Red Giants. 5-1 is the case here. Ulfidnar waking up like a different beast today.
Iba ang gising. Uy Hans, iba ang gising ng Ulfidnar sa game na to. Where technically, kung may underdog man, I think sila na yung underdog sa matchup na to. Pero hindi yon ang performance na pinapakita nila ngayon. Selangor Red Giants trying to regain control of this game. Pero sa ngayon, talagang naging mas mahirap na para sa kanila na makalabas sa mapa. Lalo si Stormy, hinahunting ni TNZ, muntikan pang ma-shadow kill.
Inaabot pare.
Diyos ko po.
Inaabot ni TNZ. Sabi niya, sige ha, ang kulit mo ha. Ayaw mo pa mag-back ha, but yes. Obviously, all early game is going to the side of Ulfidnar as we speak. 3,000 na ang kanilang kalamangan and mag-e-expire na rin halos yung mga energy shields at wala pang nakukuha dyan yung karamihan sa mga players ng SRG. And this is really crucial because first items are already getting picked up by Ulfidnar at palabas na rin ang ating pagong.
Good spike. Ulfidnar, ready na yan lumaban ngayon. Starlim side para kay Sunshine, which means kahit ganyan pa lang ang standing ng kanyang Harit, ready na yan, na may bawas na yan, kumbaga. So si Guys, medyo may hirapan dito, especially pag sobrang dami ng kailangan niyang kontrolin. Si Kram kasi tatalon-talon lang yan.
Now, a lot of activity is happening here dito sa Turtle Pit. Wala pa namang masyadong nangyayari. Andito pa lang at nagmimistulang mga statwa ang mga players. Pero ngayon, nagamit na yung Glorious Pathway pero hindi pa naman pumapalag ang SRG. Now it's si Kais looking for a really good spot here. Alien trying to zone out the rest of the members of SRG pero may flicker na gagawin itong Siyum. Doon na naman yung Ugi Shadow Kill. Pero ang Turtle ay mapupunta kay si Kais at sa SRG. Wala pa nagkakamatayan dito. May talon naman na gagawin itong si Kram. Pero Apex 47 doing his very best to try and zone everybody out. Tatamaan ang Appraiser's Wrath. Tatamaan din ang Infernal Pursuit. At finally, someone goes down in the side of Ulfidnar and they got the victory either way. Pero may sipa na gagawin si Yums para makatakas sa pagkakataon na yun. Sumali na itong si Sunshine pero si Rosa naman ang mawawala this time around. Meanwhile, Sunshine getting another one pero Innocent mapawi din naman with a shutdown. TNC trying to find a way and Alien gets it in. Selangor Red Giants from 3k gold lead down. Napababa nila sa 1,000 na lang.
That is a big win para sa SRG. Present and alive na si Innocent. Malefic gun locked in
Yun
para
na.
sa Bruno.
Yun na. Man, what a quick turnaround of events. As in, napapilit din kasi nila na magamit na gumamit si TNC nung Ugi Shallow Kill eh. So parang hindi talaga nakapag-retry ng maayos. And knowing na si Kai spread rin yung kalaban mo, mahirap talaga makakuha ng retry kontra sa Fred rin naturally eh, diba? So, tas nape-pressure ka pa, so it's really gonna be a hard time. Pero ngayon, pressure is now on Ulfidnar's side. Napagamit na ng Zaman Force itong si Sunshine, but they will still stay intact. Stormy, nanunuot na rin yung damage output pero hindi pa talaga babagsak to. So, chumichepi-chepi na lang si Innocent hoping to be able to bring it down the next minute or so.
Ito na yung mabangis na Selangor Red Giants na kilala natin. Once you are locked and loaded, once ready ng Jumoins Innocent sa fight, sabi sa'yo, talagang okay lang sa kanila na may konting mga skirmish na matalo basta nakapag-farm yung Bruno. And at this point, they are gonna start looking for these kills. Si Stormy, nagpa-prep na, nag-aantay na lang ng cooldown ng kanyang diversion para makontrol nila yung pagong. Pwede nilang likodan, pero again, you have to be careful as well. May firepower pa rin naman ng Ulfidnar.
At tingnan mo, yung nauna pa nga yung SRG sa pagkuha ng pinakaunang turtle, di ba? Ng pinakaunang turret. So honestly, at this point in time, ito talaga yung nagiging advantage na meron sila as of the moment. And now, it's gonna be Apex 47 na malalatagan talaga ng damage output. Nag-flicker siya papasok pero nawala siya bago pa mangyayari lahat ng yun. Meanwhile, Summon Force ay unleash na din kasama ng Glorious Pathway. At andun na rin yung talagang Feathered Airstrike pero hindi talagang mababawasan yung damage output ng Ulfednar para sa SRG. At andun si Stormy sa may bandalikuran. Good presence of mind para matigil yung TP ni Sunshine pabalik sa base. And with that being said, eto sigurado na talaga. Mukhang lalamang na ang SRG kung sakali na makuha nila yung Lord na to.
At dahan-dahan lang papatunayan na Bruno wins games na naman. As long as they can keep this tempo up, magiging mas mahirap na para sa Ulfednar na lumabas sa mapa. And Sunshine is nakita natin na dahan-dahan na outrange na din siya. Yung dalawang gold laners natin, na lumalaki na yung gap.
Hirapan na silang pumuesto eh. Yung kalamangan ng Ulfednar, it's somewhat dwindling down already. The gold lead has swung to Selangor Red Giants' favor. And we're still looking for a possibility here na Ulfednar, sila ang may hawak ng early game advantage kanina. Halos 3,000 yon. We were very convinced that the early game was theirs. But in all of a sudden, nabawi ng SRG kaagad.
And bawin-bawi talaga, malala. And again, etong si Innocent talaga, hindi mahirap lang pigilan to sa Bruno na to. Oh my goodness.
Sakit.
Kailangan ng malupit na mechanics para mahuli si Innocent. Pero looks like iba ang target dito ng Ulfednar. They take out the guys very early on. Walang gante ang SRG. And they will go for another push on the mid.
Medyo mahihirapan ngayon sa pag-push ang SRG, knowing na wala isa sa kanila mga tanky members. Pero si Alien nararamdaman na rin kahit gaano ka-tanky, you still just can't deny the damage output na dala nitong Bruno. 3-0-0 already. Pero yung Lord ng kanila magiging punteriya. Stormy nasa may bandang likuran. Innocent also doing the same. But Apex 47 looking for an extra person here. Pero mukhang yun na ang pagtatapos ng laban. No inhibitors destroyed. Pero wala na ang outer at inner turrets ng Ulfednar.
Kung yung SRG parang wala na eh. Kontrolado mo talaga bawat punto ng mapa. Lalo mas confident na rin si Stormy na mag-diversion lang kung saan-saan. And don't forget, itong Ulfednar, they're probably itemizing for physical. Which means si Stormy ngayon most likely tataas ang magiging priority, or pag nag-survive si Stormy, mas mahapdi yung magic output niya. Kasi syempre yung mga tao alalang-alala sa Bruno eh. Diba? Nag-itemize sila siguro mga dominance eyes, mga ganon. Pero they might not be worried too much about Stormy, kaya baka yun yung opening na makuha ng SRG mamaya. Right now, Rams is one simulan ang laban. Apex tinatalunan. Cram! Taking him down as well with the rest of the squad. One na naman ang natanggal sa Ulfednar.
Tinayuan na lang ni Kram yung Feathered Airstrike. Alam niya na SRG na talaga ang may advantage at this point in time. 2.2k ang kanilang hawak. Make that 2.5 at mukhang susugod pa sila. As of this moment, Glorious Pathway is gonna be there para medyo ma-delay yung mga minions sa pagpasok sa kanilang base at para madepensahan nila yan ng maayos. But in less or 10 seconds exactly ay lalabas na ang susunod na Lord ng ating laban. It's up to SRG this time kung hihintayin ba nila yung 12 minutes for it to go all the way at para magkaroon sila ng Evolved Lord.
You know what? Tama nga yung sinabi ni Coach ni Coach Arcadia. Kasi at this point, as long as hindi sila masyadong mag-mess up, hindi sila masyadong mag-overextend, as long as disiplinado sila, parang mahirap bumawi kung ikaw yung Wolf ngayon eh. Mahirap yung win condition nyo, and your win condition is to find Dooms or mapitas mo, tanggal agad bago makasipa si Dooms or si Innocent. Medyo mahirap na siguro. Pag nakuha mo si Stormy, magaling ka na din.
Yeah.
Pero at this point, as long as hindi masyado mag-mess up o hindi mag-overextend itong Selangor Red Giants, parang kayang-kaya nilang sayawan lang itong Ulfednar.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult to like figure out kung paano magiging entry point nila dito. Kasi si Apex 47 nabibigyan siya agad as soon as makita. Tinan mo si Yums na conceal as of the moment, pero nakita siya ni Rosa. Pero malapit na talaga mag-expire. Pero nandun na naman si TNZ. Makukuha niya yung Lord para sa side ng Ulfednar, pero masyado maraming damage output ang nilalatag dito ng SRG. Babagsak si Apex 47. Andun pa si Stormy with the diversion play at mawawala si TNZ. Mawawala din. Walang iba kundi si Alien, Rosa at Sunshine na lang ang natitira. Nakuha nila yung Lord pero tatlong nawala sa kanila.
And mapapatanong ka ba, worth it ba yun? Worth it ba na maubos ang teammates mo just to get this Lord? At this point, I think so. That will be able to, they will be able to defend at least. So at least napigilan yung push ng Celo or Giant.
Oh!
Pero -1 na naman ang Wolf and Dark. And ngayon, ang SRG ay nakabakod na sa paligid ng Wolf.
Goal! Sabi ni Innocent, akala niya back of the net. Yun pala, punit dahil sa damage output. Susunod yata si Sunshine pero ayaw niyang mangyari yung nangyari sa kanyang kakampi. Meanwhile, Ulfednar doing their very best para makadepensa. Tuloy-tuloy ang pagsayaw at paglapit sa mga anino nitong si TNZ. But even in the midst of all of those happening, there is just one. Yung mga bola ni Bruno nagiging problema dito pero teka lang, nandun na naman pala yung implosion pero may biglang teleport. So all goods in the hood ang SRG.
Apex 47 trying to go for a play pero medyo malayo din ang kanyang follow-up. So there will not be a kill happening. At least for now, mapa-reset muna ang SRG. There looks like makakapitas pa yata sila. Isa dito, si Kais might be low here. Pero nakahuli ng isa, si Rosa Rasipa patras. Yung mas nakadali na naman ng target mula sa likod.
Andun talaga natapos ang dami sa mga damage output. Tingnan mo naman si TNC at si Apex 47 na lang yung natitira. Wala yung kanilang mga main damage dealers. Rosa is out. Even Sunshine is already has set, or kumbaga the sunlight has already set here para sa side ng SRG as they are looking for the finish dito sa ating laban ngayon. Apex 47 a desperate implosion move pero mukhang dun yata matatapos ang ating laban dahil mawawala ang Tigreal ng side ng Ulfednar. It's just gonna be TNC and the lock-in is gonna be for certain. Makukuha ng SRG ang kanilang unang panalo sa M6 World Championship.
At mukhang it's a 1-1 para sa SRG. May konting paghinga ngayon na magagawa itong team na to, our MSC 2024 champs. And so far, so good. Nagmumukha namang ito yung medyo, I would say a lot of people are starting to get back into their old form. Ito na yung old form ng SRG na inaantay din natin. Honestly, ito din yung form na nila nung nakalaban nila yung Fireflux all the way back from MSC.
What a classic. Yun ang makikita nyo pag ang SRG ay disiplinado. As in, as long as they have the Bruno on their side, they were very much aware na yung timing sa kanila ay wala pa. Which is why the early game was really going to the side of Ulfednar. Pero mula nung nakuha nila yung pinakaunang turtle o yung pangalawang turtle ng laban, that is where things started to change para sa MSC Champions.
Malaki yung difference ng SRG na nakita natin today sa SRG na natalo nung S2G. I think this is the SRG na medyo alam mo yun, nag-compose lang. Very similar sa ibang teams na nakita natin today din, di ba? Yung mga natalo kahapon na napaisip ko bakit sila natalo. Nawala na yata yung kaba factor or jet lag o ano man.
Diba?
They look like their old teams, their old selves. Yung mga dating team na to, TLID, SRG, ito yung mga kilala natin na teams ganito sila perform.
And they showed us right away in just probably 14 minutes of gameplay kung ano ang kaya nilang ibigay sa ating lahat and the reason why they are regarded as probably one of the strongest teams na meron ngayon, if not the strongest, right? Just because of the recent performance nila sa kanila mga international tournaments. And I do feel like, you know, in some certain scenarios, you're gonna be seeing SRG very much soon at may chance sila na, you know, if you're Malaysian, ayaw mo na magharap ang Team Vamos at ang SRG. Diba? Gusto mo na magkahiwalay man sana sila kahit papano. But as of the moment, we're gonna throw it over to Malaysia with Rose kasama ang ating winners.
Crown Heroes takes their first win. First of all, Stormy, congratulations. That was an intense game. I could see everybody here at the arena. They were shaking, they were screaming. I could even hear the staff shouting. But Stormy, how are you feeling? How's everything like?
We're happy that we won today, so very grateful today.
Okay, now Stormy, before we continue on talking about today, let's talk a bit about yesterday. I feel like the opening matches of the Swiss stage came as a shock to a lot of people when you guys lost against S2G. Maybe you can share with us what really happened. Was it the nervousness? You guys weren't ready, underprepared? What happened?
I think there's just some minor mistakes behind the game yesterday. So I think it's just our mistakes. So kita orang just try to fix it today and alhamdulillah. Yeah.
So, if you feel like the mistakes were fixed today, how did you guys manage to fix it? What discussion did you guys have last night? Did you guys stay up really late? What was going on with Selangor Red Giants last night?
After we lost yesterday, we straight up go to stream and the coaches stay up until 4 a.m.
Wow,
Oh, yeah.
4 a.m. Okay, amazing. Now, as we all know, Ufadnar had met you guys in MSC 2024, and they are still yet to get a win against the Selangor Red Giants. Now, Stormy, with this, how did you guys react when you guys saw the matchup last night?
It's quite surprising because we fight them again 2 times already, right?
Yes.
So yeah, terkejut lah.
So, you guys were shocked. Were you expecting this win, though?
50-50.
50-50. Okay, Stormy, earlier on just now when I talked to Zorn when Vamos won, I asked him if he felt nervous or pressured playing in Malaysia. And I also saw a content that you guys did with MPL-MY or MLBB Esports in which you guys preferred international tournaments or playing outside of the country compared to playing in Malaysia. Why is that so? Do you feel like the pressure is higher when you're playing in your home country?
No, we don't feel nervous at all. I think it's just an opinion, so yeah.
I see. Okay, do you love the crowd in Malaysia?
Yeah, of course.
So, Stormy, last question. What do you have to say to the fans who came down for 2 days, supported Selangor Red Giants, and maybe you can ask them to continue supporting you guys?
To our fans, thanks so much for coming, especially to my mom and my family. It's because they weren't there yesterday, right? So they are here today. So thank you so much for coming.
The extra buff with mommy and the sister. Thank you very much, Stormy. Congratulations on that amazing win. And with that, let us throw it back to the panel to break down what happened in this game against Ufadnar.
Maraming salamat muli sa ating host. Kasama ang winners or winner na Selangor Red Giants and of course Stormy as our interviewee. And nakita naman natin na yung cool, calm, composed na Stormy from a while ago, they were really showcasing what they can do at sobrang highly regarded na talaga si Stormy.
True.
Ever since na nanalo sila ng MSC 2024, iba na yung level ng respect ng mga manlalaro and all of his peers, all of the people who are supporting M series and MSC in general because they know, we all know what he's capable of.
And sila din aware na, you know what, tumalong lang talaga. There's just no other way around it. Tumalong lang kami kahapon. And mukha namang na-fix nila. And impressed na. Coach Bob na naman, bro.
Oo.
Coaches, 4 a.m. na
Sila
naman.
naman, wala.
Pinoy coaches the power eh.
Diba?
Wala talaga eh.
Ganun
Ano mga
talaga,
sabi natin?
guys. Ganun talaga.
Guys, hindi na sa amin yun ah.
Hindi na sa amin.
Sila na nagsasabi na.
Diba? 2 out of 2.
2 out of 2 tayo today.
2 out of 2 ang nagsabi. Diba?
Coach Bob.
Na talaga, iba talaga ang coaching staff. Pero ito na naman, 14 minutes na naman. Gaya ng nakita natin mula nung kamailan lang.
Nako.
It was SRG getting a victory. Alam mo, a lot of people were looking forward to this series or this game specifically. Kasi ito nga yung continuation na nangyari last July. Pero it seems like SRG is still proven themselves to be the stronger team. At hindi nga lang yun, di ba? Parang mas mas refined yung kanilang mga laro so far.
Mas malinis talaga SRG so far today. 9-0-4 on Innocent, by the way. Dun sa Bruno na yon. Pero you know what? Maybe hindi nangyari yun if Stormy wasn't really up front controlling that map up. Actually, tuwing cooldown, gagamitin yung diversion just to make a play happen on the map. And I think na ang laking difference maker nun, especially allowing si guys to just go wherever he wants para din makagalaw si Yums na maayos, para makapitas siya na maayos. And honestly, ang hirap gamitin nung Farsa dito. Hindi ka pwedeng tumayo lang eh. Pag the moment na tumayo ka with a feathered airstrike, may tatalon sa'yo. May tatalon sa'yo na Yums, hihilain ka ng energy eruption, or tatalon ka ni Cram.
Napakahirap kasi ng sitwasyon dito para sa Ufadnar. Kasi Pag nagsama-sama sila, which is usually the strategy pag medyo nalulugi na kayo, andyan yung Luyi. Pag
Lugi kayo,
diba?
no? Oo.
Lugi ka na talaga agad sa Luyi pa lang. And then, yung kanilang main damage dealer in terms of magic damage would be the Harit and the Farsa. Pag ganyan kasi yung sitwasyon, napakadaling maabot yan nung Cho tsaka ng Phobius eh. Just because they can have access to the backlines kung sakaling nagugustuhin man nila. And they were able to capitalize on that as we speak. And it was just difficult for Apex 47. Diba nakita naman natin siya kanina, he was really doing his best para makakuha ng pick-offs dito para sa side ng ULF Although, some were successful courtesy of those 4 assists. Hindi lang talaga nila nagawa ng malinis. Or masyado lang talaga naging lumipas na. Kumbaga yung scaling nila na dapat sana ay papabor sa kanila during the early moments of the game. Pero SRG, they capitalized on those. And with all of that being said, yeah, it was just SRG really making their timing worth it. And Innocent was just there at alam niya yung timing ng Bruno niya.
Stats pa lang, kita mo, hirap ng buhay ni Sunshine dito. Sa totoo lang kasi, paano mo gagawin yung paano mo gagawin yung trabaho mo as a Harit kung ang layo ng target mo? Harit technically as, di ba, marksman siya, I mean, gold laner siya. Pero yung range niya is halos kalahati ng range ng Bruno. So technically, the only way na makakapag-dominate ka is if malapagan mo sa mukha yung Bruno tas hindi gumalaw yung Bruno. Ang Bruno kumakait lagi yan. 'Di ba? So targets like Yums madulas din. Si guys, maluting kayang tiisin yung hits mo. Cram, kayang tiisin yung hits mo. And overall, si TNZ lang yung pinaka-pag-asa nila na makills dito, honestly. And right now, Innocent not surprised with a 904 scoreline to be the MVP. Para sa matchup na to, talagang the moment na nalaking yung Malefic Gun, sabi ko, ay nako, ilista mo na yan. Hindi siya maaabot. Tapos, pag madikitan ka man nung Haya, Wind of Nature.
Wind of Nature. Very, very simple and fundamental approach yung ginawa dito ni Innocent for him to get a victory at this point in time. Napakalinis na naging execution dito ng SRG. Again, just very much aware simply of the timings na meron sila kasama ng kanilang kupunan. So, they were just able to take control of the situation nung time na alam nila na ito na yung oras. So, really good patience coming in from both the players and also the coaching staff upon telling and imparting those kinds of knowledge para sa ating mga players mula sa Selangor Red Giants as we take a look at the highlights right now. Diba? Umpisa, siguro lamang ang ULF with at least 2.5k. Pero parang nare-realize ko na kasi paunti-unti na pumapalag na ng slowly but surely ang side ng Selangor Red Giants.
Ako na-realize ko din yun no point na sumali na si Innocent ng 5 minutes. Ay nako, alam ko na mangyayari dito, napanood ko na.
You know what's about to go down.
Oo. And at that point, it's just undeniable na this Bruno is the flavor of M6. No joke about it. Kasi ang hirap niya abutin talaga kahit alam mo yung ginawa na nga in advance na ng ULF eh.
Oo.
Super long range mage na nung pinik nila. Hindi pa rin kayang mapitas yung Bruno kahit ano. Nakakagawa pa rin ng plays yung Bruno. Nakakagawa ng kills sa ganyan. So I think at this point, you know what? You gotta find some other solutions because this is not the solution to it.
Oo. Nahihirapan talaga sila na na lutasin lahat ng mga bagay as we speak. 'Di ba parang kung iisipin mo nga more on team fight centric talaga, ito yung finishing blow dun sa naging ganap. Na ang ganda ng pwesto ni Yums. And they were really looking for, sa lahat naman kasi nang pwede mo makita, di ba? Kung ikaw si Apex 47, sa lahat naman nang pwede mo makita, bakit yung Fred rin pa? Well, parang yun yung worst case scenario. There's like a 20% chance na makikita mo si Fred rin dun. At si Fred rin yung nakita mo. Si Yums nang galing dun sa likod, sinipa si Rosa. And the rest was history. Yun na yun.
It felt like it was easy for